Hodge here with Daily Profit Cycle. We had the first frost in eastern Washington state this morning. As I drove down the driveway, it was nothing but white over the alfalfa field. That means, of course, that winter is coming, but not in the sense that from the TV show where it's going to be a long and cold and non-fruitful winter. No, in this case, it's going to be very fruitful, whether that has to do with a hunting season or whether that has to do with the markets. So let's get into the markets for a second. And speaking of frost, you got to stay icy, I think, in the markets when it relates to digesting the gobbledygook nonsense or otherwise bullshit that you're being fed from the mainstream media. A couple of examples. Last week, I was telling you it was a crypto buying opportunity when China banned Bitcoin, right? It didn't mean shit then. And of course, this week you got Bitcoin back up to 54,000. It was nothing but a buying opportunity. As I said at the time, personally took the opportunity to rotate out of some Bitcoin and into a little bit of Ethereum below $3,000 and then a little bit of Solana. So these are the things you do on a week in, week out basis to tune out the noise and be true to yourself and invest in the sectors and themes that you know to be in bullish cycles. And that, of course, is what I identify, specialize in, and then drill down on those cycles to find larger investments for less risk, if that's what you're into, ETFs, funds, and large companies, and then drill down on those individual trends to find smaller companies and either finance them or buy them cheaply in the open market. The other thing I was saying last week is that the September stock market sell-off was just another dip, albeit a bit more staunch selling than the monthly dips we've seen every month so far in 2021. September shaped up to be the worst month in the stock market, as evidenced by the S&P 500 since really the pandemic set on in March 2020, and everybody thought the world was going to end then. And you throw in a couple of other headlines like the debt ceiling, which I was also saying was a non-issue last week, and it made for a really good buying opportunity. So I've been pointing to energy, and now all the headlines are on energy right now. Inflation is a mainstream narrative, and everyone knows that oil and gas prices are rising. They know that natural gas is going through the roof in Europe, et cetera, et cetera. And so people are starting to settle in on this stagflation theme, and they're getting a bit negative because of how stock markets performed in September. Just like with crypto, I would say that you got a continued buying opportunity in stocks. We're just a week away from the third quarter earnings season. I think that earnings are going to show you that company growth is still readily apparent, and that's going to show investors that growth is still on the table and able to rise commensurately with inflation. And that will mean that stocks go back up, particularly in the riskier or the other smaller sectors or the non-defensive sectors, right? Smaller caps, things like that are going to come back into favor like we saw earlier in the year. And so that's what I've been writing to my subscribers about. And of course, commodities are still in a bullish cycle. I mentioned the energy commodities already, but also the metals, lithium, copper, even the softs, right? The OJ, the pork, all that sort of stuff, still in a bullish cycle. You've got energy pulling back a bit here, which is allowing stocks to go up this week, or at least today. And the long-term trend, I think, is still higher stock and commodity prices. Commodities, particularly the place to be. Have been in on that side of things on copper stocks, which have also pulled back in the past couple of weeks. A good place to go hunting there. And in the uranium space, where there's a bull market just getting started, has had a nice pullback over the past couple of weeks, and I would say gaining strength for the next leg up. So as always, plenty of places to make money in the market. Be keeping an eye on it for you here at Daily Profit Cycle. Of course, it's named that because there's a profit cycle you can harness every day if that's what you're into. And if not, you can use those daily profit cycles to figure out what the longer term and medium term trends are in the market to position yourself accordingly. And I and my partner Gerardo, of course, offer services that help you do that on weekly and even monthly basis. So be sure to check out the publications page on Daily Profit Cycle. And of course, like this video and subscribe to the Daily Profit Cycle channel so you get alerted to these videos every time a new one comes out. Nick Hodge signing off for Daily Profit Cycle.